At 78, Jimmie Walker finally speaks openly about the behind-the-scenes dynamics of his most iconic role and the truths that shaped his life and career. Known worldwide as James J.J. Evans Jr. from the groundbreaking CBS sitcom Good Times, Walker's name is synonymous with laughter, charisma, and the kind of humor that could light up living rooms across America. Yet behind the catchphrases, the energetic dance moves, and the unforgettable dynamite that became a cultural phenomenon, lay a complex journey of struggle, resilience, and sometimes conflict that very few fans ever knew about. For decades, he was more than just an entertainer. He was a symbol of a generation, a voice for those navigating the challenges of urban life, and a figure whose personal story reflected broader social changes in America. Now, in his 70s, Walker reflects candidly on his life, from the Bronx streets of his youth to the bright lights of Hollywood, and reveals the realities behind fame, friendship, and the tension that sometimes simmered on set with co-stars. Like Esther Rolle, Jimmie Walker was born James Carter Walker Jr. on June 25, 1947, in the heart of the Bronx, New York. His early life unfolded against the backdrop of the South Bronx during the 1950s and 60s, a time and place defined by both community, vibrancy, and economic hardship. The challenges of the era, crowded neighborhoods, limited opportunities, and the pressing realities of poverty shaped his formative years and laid the groundwork for a resilience and work ethic that would later define his career. His mother, Lena, served as the head nurse at a local hospital, a position that demanded both dedication and compassion. His father, James Sr., held various jobs, but was largely absent from Jimmie's day-to-day upbringing, leaving his mother as the primary, stabilizing force in his life. Despite these challenges, Walker's childhood was rich with lessons in perseverance, self-reliance, and humor, the tools he would later wield so effectively in his comedic career. Education was a central component of his early life, but it was not limited to classrooms. Attending Theodore Roosevelt High School, Walker showed a natural curiosity for technology and electronics. This interest led him to the RCA Technical Institute, where he enrolled through a federal program designed to give promising students hands-on training in technical fields. Before the world knew him as a television star, Walker worked as a radio engineer, learning the intricate details of sound and timing, a skill that would later enhance his timing and delivery on stage and screen. Beyond technical skills, his formative years were punctuated by the daily life of New York City streets, where he absorbed the rhythms, dialogues, and raw energy of urban living. These experiences fed his observational humor and grounded his performances in authenticity. From a young age, Jimmie developed a knack for storytelling, quick wit, and an infectious energy that drew people in, hinting at the entertainer he was destined to become. The Bronx of the 1950s and 60s was tough, yet it cultivated a unique resilience in Walker. The combination of his mother's guidance, the practical lessons of early employment, and the vivid education of the streets provided him with a sense of discipline and an understanding of people that would later inform both his comedic style and his portrayal of working-class life on television. It was this mix of technical knowledge, streetwise savvy, and natural charisma that ultimately positioned him for a career in the world of comedy, a career that would both entertain and resonate deeply with audiences across the nation. Jimmie Walker's journey into show business began in the early 1970s, a period when New York City's comedy clubs were burgeoning with talent and opportunity. Armed with the observational skills honed from years on the streets and the timing precision gleaned from his work in radio, Walker stepped onto small stages across the city, performing in clubs where audiences were both discerning and demanding. His style was immediately distinctive, an energetic blend of quick wit, charm, and a keen ability to turn everyday experiences into comedic gold. He had a way of drawing audiences into his world, making even the simplest anecdotes feel relatable and hilarious. The 1970s also marked a pivotal period for African-American comedians, as the black comedy circuit was gaining momentum and visibility. Venues like the Apollo Theater in Harlem became crucibles for rising talent, and television showcases such as The Tonight Show, starring Johnny Carson and Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In, offered national platforms for comedians to break through. Walker's performances were a perfect fit for this landscape. He quickly earned recognition for his lively stage presence, his improvisational skill, and a magnetic charisma that made him a favorite among both audiences and talent scouts. His humor was not just about eliciting laughter, it was a reflection of the urban experience, grounded in the realities of working-class life, yet elevated through his unique comedic lens. It was during this time that television producers began to take notice of Walker's distinctive appeal. His infectious energy, coupled with his ability to bring characters to life in a memorable and dynamic way, opened doors to opportunities that would ultimately define his career. Unlike many performers of the era, Walker's comedy was deeply intertwined with authenticity. Every movement, gesture, and punchline carried the imprint of his upbringing, ensuring that his performances resonated with a wide range of audiences. By the time the opportunity for a defining television role presented itself, Jimmie Walker had already established himself as a force to be reckoned with in the world of comedy, a performer whose talent, discipline, and presence were undeniable. Walker's breakthrough arrived when he was cast as James J.J. Evans Jr. on the CBS sitcom Good Times, a show that aired from 1974 to 1979 and became a seminal work in American television history. The series focused on a black working-class family living in the Chicago housing projects, and it was one of the first network programs to explore the challenges and triumphs of African-American life with humor and heart. For Walker, the role of JJ was transformative. The character, a skinny, fast-talking, aspiring artist with a boundless sense of energy, allowed him to channel both his comedic instincts and his life experiences into a persona that was larger than life, yet deeply relatable. JJ's antics, infectious optimism, and relentless drive to succeed resonated with audiences across the country. Walker's portrayal was not only entertaining but also culturally significant, as it highlighted the vibrancy, resilience, and creativity of black urban families. The catchphrase, "Dynamite," quickly became a national sensation, echoing through households, social gatherings, and popular culture at large. Walker's timing, physicality, and expressiveness elevated the character from mere comic relief to a true television icon. The role cemented his place in American pop culture, making him a household name and a symbol of joy, optimism, and irrepressible energy. Beyond his comedic gifts, Walker's work on Good Times demonstrated his ability to infuse characters with authenticity and heart. He drew on his own experiences growing up in the Bronx, translating the nuances of everyday life into a performance that was both humorous and emotionally resonant. His chemistry with the cast, while sometimes fraught behind the scenes, contributed to a dynamic on-screen presence that audiences adored. Even years later, J.J. Evans remains an enduring figure in the annals of television history, a testament to Walker's talent, charisma, and the universal appeal of his comedic vision. While Good Times brought fame and adoration, it was not without its tensions. Walker's rising popularity and the prominence of JJ's character led to friction with co-stars, particularly Esther Rolle and John Amos. Rowe and Amos were concerned that the show's focus on JJ's comedic antics risked overshadowing the original intent of Good Times to depict African-American life in a serious, socially conscious manner. They worried that the humor, while entertaining, could veer toward caricature, diluting the authenticity and gravity of the stories being told. For Walker, comedy was a tool to reach audiences and communicate themes in a way that was engaging and memorable. He believed that laughter could bridge gaps, highlight social realities, and connect with viewers on a visceral level. This difference in perspective created a sometimes tense atmosphere on set, but Walker maintained professionalism and continued to deliver performances that would become legendary. His dedication to his craft, combined with his natural charisma, allowed him to navigate these conflicts while still honoring the role and the show's larger mission. These behind-the-scenes dynamics, though challenging, added complexity to Walker's experience in the entertainment industry. They highlighted the balancing act required when portraying socially significant material while also meeting the demands of network television and audience expectations. Despite occasional disagreements, Walker's contributions remained central to the show's success, ensuring that his work left an indelible mark on viewers and solidified his reputation as a talented, committed performer. After Good Times ended in 1979, Jimmie Walker faced a common challenge for actors who achieve iconic status: typecasting. The image of J.J. Evans was so ingrained in the public imagination that many casting directors struggled to see Walker in any other light. Yet rather than retreat from the spotlight, Walker leaned into what he loved most: stand-up comedy. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, he embarked on national tours, performing in sold-out clubs and theaters, captivating audiences with the same infectious energy and quick wit that had made him a household name years earlier. Stand-up remained his sanctuary, a place where he could experiment, improvise, and connect directly with fans, free from the constraints of television scripts or network expectations. Walker also maintained a presence on television, making guest appearances on a variety of popular shows. These included The Love Boat, Fantasy Island, The Drew Carey Show, and later Everybody Hates Chris. In each case, he brought a sense of nostalgia and charm, reminding audiences of the performer who had once made them laugh with every exaggerated gesture and punchline. Even in smaller roles, his charisma was unmistakable, and he proved that his talent extended far beyond the confines of J.J.'s character. Demonstrating a willingness to take creative risks, Walker explored unconventional and eccentric projects as well. In 2010, he made a cameo in Big Money Rustlas, a Western-themed spoof produced by the Insane Clown Posse. The film, known for its surreal humor and offbeat characters, allowed Walker to step into a completely different genre while still retaining his signature comedic style. A year later, he appeared in the Sci-Fi Channel's campy creature feature Super Shark, a film about a mutated shark with the ability to attack on land. These roles, while decidedly quirky, showcased Walker's versatility and his enduring willingness to embrace projects that defied traditional expectations. Through these diverse endeavors, Walker proved that his career was not confined to the glory of the past. He balanced nostalgia with reinvention, seamlessly moving between comedy stages, television sets, and experimental film projects. His ongoing presence in the entertainment industry reflected both his resilience and his deep understanding of audience engagement. By continually exploring new avenues while honoring the role that made him famous, Walker secured a legacy that was as dynamic as it was enduring. Beyond the stage and screen, Jimmie Walker developed a distinctive public persona that reflected his independence and candor. Known for his outspoken nature, he has often identified as a conservative, a stance that has occasionally set him apart from many of his peers in the entertainment world. Whether appearing on talk shows, news programs, or interviews, Walker has never shied away from offering candid commentary on race, politics, and the entertainment industry. His approach mirrors his comedic style, direct, unfiltered, and engaging, yet deeply rooted in personal experience and conviction. In 2012, Walker added another dimension to his career with the release of his memoir, Dino Might. Good Times, Bad Times, Our Times. The book provides a candid exploration of his life, from his childhood in the Bronx to his rise as a television star. Within its pages, Walker opens up about the complexities of fame, the joys and frustrations of working in show business, and the personal and professional relationships that shaped him. One of the most talked-about revelations involved his complicated relationship with co-star Esther Rolle, highlighting both the creative tensions and personal dynamics that existed behind the scenes of Good Times. Walker's memoir was praised for its honesty, humor, and insight. Readers gained a rare glimpse into the life of an actor navigating fame, typecasting, and the evolving cultural landscape of American television. It also reaffirmed the qualities that had endeared him to audiences for decades: his wit, resilience, and willingness to speak openly about experiences that many might have preferred to keep private. By sharing these stories, Walker not only chronicled his personal journey, but also offered a broader commentary on the entertainment industry and the social realities that informed his work. Even in his later years, Walker has remained active and relevant in the entertainment industry. On May 4, 2023, he made a surprising guest appearance on the long-running CBS daytime soap opera, The Bold and the Beautiful. Known primarily for his comedic legacy, Walker's dramatic turn on the E! Show revealed his versatility as a performer and underscored his continued ability to captivate audiences. Though his screen time was limited, the appearance garnered significant attention, bridging the gap between longtime fans of his television heyday and viewers discovering him anew. These recent projects, though varied in style and genre, reflect Walker's enduring commitment to his craft. He continues to engage with audiences across multiple platforms, demonstrating that his energy, charm, and insight have not diminished with time. Whether on stage, in front of the camera, or through his written work, Walker remains a vibrant and influential figure, embodying a lifetime of dedication to performance and storytelling. Jimmie Walker's journey, from the streets of the Bronx to the bright lights of Hollywood, is a testament to resilience, talent, and authenticity. His career has spanned decades, encompassing iconic television roles, daring creative choices, and candid reflections on life and fame. Through laughter, honesty, and an unfiltered perspective, Walker has left an indelible mark on popular culture. His story is one of triumph, adaptability, and enduring relevance, proving that true talent transcends time, genre, and the occasional behind-the-scenes tension. For audiences old and new, Jimmie Walker remains, in every sense, dynamite.